The views and opinions expressed by guests and/or comments are those of the persons who submitted them and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcasts. Any content provided by guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company of any individual or anyone or anything. Or anyone or anything.
Or anything.
Man, you're going to have to change that intro, man.
Why? Why I got to change the intro to you?
I mean, that's a nice, I mean, your voice, man, is good for matters of the heart, man. You sound you on the porn site or something, man. This real talk, man. You going to get folks to take you serious, man.
All right,
you sound so sensual on there, man. That's good for matters of the heart, but real talk, man.
That's what I originally did it for. Matters of the heart, and we wasn't
right. We weren't even talking about no real talk, man.
We was doing Freak Over 40 back then.
Right. Which your voice matches all that, but I'm just saying,
All right, man. Duly noted.
Okay.
Michelle McCray, first one to chime in today. That's what I'm talking about.
Down, girl.
Hey,
you done beat our girl out.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
She coming. I bet she
was looking for. I said,
hey, Michelle.
She gonna be the first one up in here. Ooh, I'm ready to get this show on the road, my boy. Oh, Shay.
What did Cat Williams say? 2025 was the year of revelation.
Man.
Oh,
it's coming out. Everything coming out.
Right.
Oh Lord.
You gonna give him a few minutes.
Look, Michelle, you right, Michelle. Give him a couple minutes. We can't start the show with nobody.
There she go.
Latanya,
she was 1 minute late.
I'm so disappointed. Your streak of being the very first person here ended after. You got your streak broken this week, Latanya. Michelle beat you by 2 minutes. There she go. Hey, Pat.
Hey, Patricia.
What up, Pat?
Got a surprise for you, Tier.
I hope it's what I asked for last week. We got some pictures coming. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the official In the Clutch podcast shirts that our boss ordered for us. He didn't even charge us for them. I mean, at least he didn't ask for no money yet.
Wait a minute, I paid for mine. What you mean?
Oh, did you?
I'm gonna do like them other folks. I'm gonna wait till the money come in, then I'm gonna say something.
Oh,
okay. I paid for mine.
I'm gonna recoup.
You look wonderful. You 314. 3-1. That's what I'm talking about.
That's that St. Louis.
That's that advertising.
Yeah, that's
what I need you to do now, Pat. What I need you to do. That QR code on your sleeve. I don't care if you see somebody at the bus stop, at McDonald's. I don't care what it is. Tell them to pick that phone up, scan the side of that shirt, and make sure they subscribe. You do that for me, we good. Our fan base is gonna build up from there. You're looking good. Looking
great. Yes, we love it.
Look at nephew. Nephew could not follow the plan. He just could not. He
had all week. She said she already did. She already done
10. Hold on, D. Are we getting alerts when new people subscribe? Because I ain't been going out there. That's Sharita's job. Sharita, you out there.
My job.
You out there.
Be my job.
You out there arguing with everybody else out there on Facebook. I know you got time to go out there and see what our stats look like.
Lies. I looked today.
Well, Patricia ain't got the live. She said she got 10. She got 10.
I ain't said she lied. I ain't look at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got to get a big enough order to start selling, though. Sell.
But if you want to be the first one on the list now, we can get them started now. We can get them started.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Y'all said give him a few minutes now. We had
Stand up, Sharita, let them see yours.
We had 5 minutes. You got a shirt on?
No, I'm just saying, you the woman. You know how you pose, and I can't get up and pose. I got my pajama pants
shirt.
on.
I got the same shirt you got on.
I got my pajama pants on.
And I ain't got no pants on.
I got my Thaddeus Matthews stuff going on, looking nice at the top. And Thaddeus, they sit up there, be sitting in his drawers over there, man, doing the show. Got a tie, bow tie, and everything on.
He was naked.
Oh, look at Michelle. Tell me, what's the price? That's one, man. See, folks, man, I love my peeps, man. I love my peeps. They gonna support you. Just ask, what's the price?
Oh yeah, Michelle gonna always support. She fan.
Yeah. We got a good show. Tonight. Sit down, Rita, if you ain't got no pants
Exactly.
on.
That's why I ain't moved.
That's why Terry wanted you to get up.
A lie.
He lying, Sean. That's a boy. That's a boy.
You was a little late. You was a little late. You was a little late saying it.
Look, I forgot she be watching the show.
He's a little late.
No, I ain't gonna put him in no trouble.
No, we just messing around. That's what we do.
We 6 minutes in, man. We need to go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do this intro and let's get the show. Let's kick it off. You are tuned in to Real Talk, where if it ain't real, we don't talk about it. The topics are never ending, so if you're ready for some real talk, you're in the right place. Can't wait to hear what the crew got to say this week. Welcome to Real Talk. I am your host, D. Early. I am joined by Show Enough with Show Enough News. I'm also joined by world famous T. Will.
Starting this stuff. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Look, we got a great show tonight. I mean, Terry, I remember when you first sent me the link, the little thing, I was like, oh man, that's fake news. Shannon Sharpe ain't got caught up in nothing like this. So we kind of dismissed it. Yeah. And as soon as we was trying to dismiss it, it was like news feed after news feed. It kept popping up. So I said, oh man, it might be some validity to this. So
it ain't the first time.
For him?
Out.
He had another lawsuit.
There is another active lawsuit. Yes.
Oh well, I ain't heard nothing about that one either.
I had neither.
Yeah.
I had neither.
So he, but I don't doubt it because that's usually what happened. One come out, then everybody else start coming out too. But we'll see. But for those that aren't aware of what's going on, Shannon Sharpe, former NFL player, Hall of Fame NFL player, was hit with a $50 million lawsuit claiming a violent relationship and at least 2 occasions of rape. Sure enough, go ahead and take it over. Take it over because I'm.
Well, just like with the election, we black women are sitting it out. We ain't got but because I am show news, I got to talk about it. Other than that, I wouldn't be studying this man because he brings this stuff on himself. Talking about he a target. It's a shakedown. So, like he said, if you've been under a rock, there is a $50 million lawsuit. Her name was being held, but little mama, Gabriella Zanita is the 20-year-old. No, she's 22. She's 22 now, I think. He met her, she was 19 or 20. First red flag. And now she trying to, whether it's a money grab or not, I don't feel sorry for him. What in the world do you got in common with a 20? No, she was 19 when you met her. and sex. What else you got in common with this child? What is that?
Tara, I'm gonna let you go.
She just a founder of misinformation.
Who?
She just a founder of misinformation. Number one.
A lot.
No. Number one. Why does it always it kills me that every topic we have, it's always the woman is always, getting the short end of the stick. The man is doing all that. This was number one. It was definitely a shakedown. It was definitely a shakedown. Definitely for the money. Okay. Because all of a sudden you've been dating this person. I don't care if, she was 19. Keep in mind, 19 is grown. Every state that I know of.
You sound just like them. You sound just like them. Go on.
No. It wouldn't be my preference to mess with anybody that young. But hey, the young lady is grown. So it takes 2 years, 3 years of or however long they've been messing around. It takes that long for you to come out and say that you've been raped twice. I mean, it doesn't take. I mean, usually when you get raped, I mean, after
you've been raped. You've been raped. You've been raped.
I'm just asking.
No, you made
if someone raped you, would you wait 2 years later to report it?
There's people that wait 10 years. Look at the Vatican. Look at the Catholic Church. Look at the Baptist Church. There's people that wait years to report rape.
Why? And then look, another thing that you're wrong about. You're saying that the young lady's name is no. The young lady was a Jane Doe initially, until Shannon Sharpe is the one that put her name out. Since you want to sit up there, he the one put it out because now. No. You did not say that, and we'll go back and we'll relook at the show. If you said it, I apologize on next week's show. But you did not say that. You did not say that.
What do you think I said?
Well, you didn't say that, but Daryl, when you get them reels together, tomorrow, make sure this will be one of the reels and listen to it good and say,
what's the difference in who said her name?
Because why, if someone wronged you or did you wrong, wouldn't you just come out and say, this is my name, this is my story, you did it, and all that? Why do you have to be a Jane Doe? Why do you have to be a Jane Doe?
Well, that just goes to show what you know about the law when it pertains to rape. Okay, a rape victim's name is never said. The reason he was able to say her name was because of something previous that happened. He released her name from that previous interaction.
Oh, okay. But he released her name, right?
That's what I said.
Okay. So he released her name. The point is, if it was me, you don't have to go behind the scenes and be a Jane Doe. Now it comes with the territory that you are automatically, associated as a Jane Doe, but you don't have to be personally. You can say, no, there ain't no Jane Doe. She don't have to do that. She could have said her name if she wanted to.
No, she didn't.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna look at that law tomorrow.
You sound like them Republicans.
Oh
no. Now I'm gonna say this. I was kind of in your train of thought, Terry, about if you get raped, then why do you wait so long? But from being on the show and learning and listening, I understand now. And I put myself in this. I put myself in that boat, and I said, if a group of guys jump me and rape me, would I go report that? And I had to think about that. I was like, damn, would I? Would I want the embarrassment of letting someone else know what happened to me in that situation? So I'm kind of I'm not as messed up about the waiting period now, because everybody have to do stuff at their own pace. So I don't kind of change my tune on it. I still feel like you should do it sooner than later, But I understand why a female would want to wait. So
but why now though? But I get what you're saying, because I probably wouldn't do. I probably wouldn't report it either. I get that part, but why now? Because rumor is he's got $100 million contract on the table for some kind of something dealing with his show or this. I mean, why now?
Someone might experience.
Why not?
They didn't report at the time, and now there's a reason why it's coming.
Who is that?
Without knowing the specifics, it's hard to say definitively why now.
Where is that coming from?
Several reasons.
AI, listen to our show and got to talking.
I told you that AI.
This is crazy.
Told you that AI gonna be the death of us.
Now y'all see, I ain't looked at my phone. I ain't touched the phone, and I'm asking y'all. I'm looking at y'all saying, "Who is that?" And I'm looking down at this my phone doing all the talking. That's crazy.
Jesus. But okay, so
Go
ahead.
This the thing. Now, when we start talking about the Jane Doe and all of that, that's okay. It's the embarrassment part. You don't want nobody knowing this and that. But I would ask the question: if you're alleging that he raped you, why are you going to a lawyer trying to seek financial gain versus going to the police and trying to have criminal charges put up against him? That would be the first question that I would ask, because that seems more important than, how much money can I get out? Because it do make it seem like a money grab.
And
when you, especially when you get Tony Busby to be your attorney, you get a Houston lawyer.
That's the difference. It's the difference in being raped by Johnny next door and Shannon Sharpe, who's a millionaire. So yeah.
But whenever Busby's name is involved, he's the legendary shakedown lawyer. Everybody that he represents, they going after money. They tried to do Jay-Z like that, but you see what Jay-Z did to him.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z shut him down.
And I think that's what Shannon's trying to do.
But this is my thing with the whole thing, though. Shannon can't cry foul, because had you not been in the situation, you wouldn't be in this situation. That's what you get when you almost 60 years old, messing with a 20. What else would she want from you but money? Okay.
Look at y'all. When we get some money, we got to hire LaTanya. Every time we have a conversation about something, you see what LaTanya said. Have you looked at the court documents? I'm sure she's got some research.
I got them right here.
Okay, but I understand that. Well, start to mention it. If the person, the viewer, bring it up before you do it, and you supposed to be showing up to read it with the news.
First off, we still on the show, ain't we? The show's still going on, ain't it? It ain't over.
Well, what's the document saying?
I don't have to spout the court documents exact right now.
I mean, okay. My thing is, she was of age, so it's nothing illegal about that. We all agree on that. Now, is it morally right? It ain't really immorally right. She's of age. She didn't have to entertain this 56-year-old, 54-year-old man. And he at the gym working out and he buffed. He still, he still got it from the NFL days. So, but she didn't have to entertain that. And the thing, she didn't have to give him her number. She said,
no. Okay, go ahead. What did you read? How they met?
From what I heard, he approached her at the gym.
He approached her, and she wasn't interested. And he was so persistent that she eventually exchanged numbers, and they started their little whatever you want to call it. So like I said, had he not put himself in this situation, he wouldn't be in this situation.
Okay, put up Michelle's comment. That's a great comment that Michelle just put up. What she said, I'm wondering why she said she raped it in 24 and then hooked back up for another sexapade again in 25, and he raped her again. Now explain that, Shona.
I'm finna explain it. Why, if he raped her in 2024 and she said he raped her, why did he screw her again in 2025?
Huh?
I'm pretty sure she wasn't saying, "Hey, you raped me."
Right.
If there's that whole so-called year done went by, those text messages. What?
Okay, so I guess she's saying, she's saying, you know what, you raped me, but I'm gonna let you rape me again in 25. So she volunteered for the second rape too.
Who said? I'm not saying that she ain't lying about the rape. I'm not saying she ain't lying about it. I'm saying he should have never even been in the situation with her.
Why not?
He's known
he's
for
not
dating.
married. He's not married. He's not married.
He's known for dating young. So you're okay with 60-year-old men dating 19 and 20-year-old girls?
I said I wouldn't do it. I said at the beginning of the show, did I, Daryl?
I asked you what you would do. I asked you, you're okay with that? That's morally okay with you?
It's no, but it's not illegal.
Yeah, but
we ain't talking about legalities.
Yeah, I am
talking about that.
Of course,
I'm talking about this 60, like I said, 60-year-old man and a 19-year-old girl.
I think he's 56 now. He ain't hit 60. He almost.
He's 60.
Sharita
You closer to 60 than he is 50.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not something I would do. It's not something that I would encourage. But it happens all the time. It's nothing new. Absolutely. I wouldn't do it, especially being in the position that he's in. You really should be smarter. But now, when you say he shouldn't have put himself in the position, so are you saying that he became the victim?
No.
Because the victim usually is the one that put themselves in a position that they don't need to be in.
No, he's proclaiming to be the victim by saying that it's a shakedown. Is there not what he's saying? That it's a shakedown?
Well, last I heard, she was trying to get 50 million. I don't know. That's a shakedown to me.
I'm saying he's proclaiming to be the victim. Then he's saying that it's a shakedown, that he did not rape her. I don't believe he raped her. I don't believe that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Shannon Sharpe has been in this situation before. Like I said, he has another whole case open with the one, I can't remember her name. I'm pull up her name in a second. But like, why you keep putting yourself in these situations with these young white Latino or whatever girls? That just don't make sense to me. Don't put a target on your back if you don't want to be a target.
I mean,
but the girl, she could have been 3 years younger than him. Rape is rape.
But you just said it wasn't rape.
No, I'm just saying rape is rape. If that's what potentially what she's claiming, I'm saying age don't have a number on that. I mean, whether she's 19 or whether she's 49, you know what I'm saying? Shakedown. I'm talking about the shakedown.
I know what you're saying about the shakedown. I'm saying, I guess because I'm a woman and I've been 19, that
have a 60-year-old man ever tried to hit on you at 19?
Huh?
Has a 56-year-old man ever tried to hit on you at 19?
Try 13.
Damn.
Okay. Remember the conversations that we've had about this?
But that's now you can't justify it.
But I'm saying,
I know what you're
saying. Grown ass, old ass men, they don't care what age you are. So even though 19 is legal, a 19-year-old still is a young girl. Like we talked about last week. Your brain ain't even finished growing till you're 25, 26 years old. You can't make rash decisions until you're at least 25, 26 years old.
You can make sexual decisions. You don't your brain.
A dog can have sex.
Hey.
An intellectually disabled person can have sex. That's not the argument.
Okay.
Again, it's
what?
Showing up gonna take over for the women, man.
I'm not taking up for the woman. I just said I don't believe she's telling the truth. So what do you mean I'm taking up for the woman?
Well, you've been dogging Shannon Sharpe this whole show.
He should be dogged. He shouldn't be trying to date a 19-year-old girl.
Oh.
So she don't.
Time that we know of.
So she don't have to be accountable for her actions.
I just said
No,
that.
not now, Daryl, because her brain ain't fully
I just
developed yet.
said.
It don't develop
I
until
just
25. You
I
ever shown us that?
I just said I don't believe she's telling the truth. So whatever comes of that comes of that. I ain't said she deserved to get off, or she don't have no.
You know what? See, when we talked about this, I think we came up with this topic a few hours before the show started. And one of the things I told you, D, is my thing is let's continue to talk about the shakedowns of the world of women or men. I'm not just limited to women or men that try to shake down athletes, celebrities, or even people just with high prestige that makes a lot of money. I think that they should be held accountable if they are caught lying. If you said that you were raped and it comes to find out that you weren't raped and you was trying to shake somebody down, I think you should be held accountable for that in the court of law. Because guess what?
They are.
If you do win, they're going to be held accountable. So if you lie, I feel like that the man or the woman, whatever the case may be, should be held accountable in the court of law as well.
They are held accountable, Terry.
Not always.
Yes, they are. They made Lifetime movies about it. Okay. Women lying and being sent to jail.
Okay.
Yeah, it need to be some type of punishment. And then at the same time, you have to be careful because you get in situations where a woman actually does get raped. She can't necessarily prove it. Somebody got some money. She go to court. They say she lying. So now she gonna get punished for something that actually did happen. That's why they have to be so careful when they don't want to just make it where it's just automatic that we finna do this and do that. So that's the downside of it, because you don't know who lying. Because a lot of people, I ain't gonna just put it on women, a lot of people are very convincing. You would think that a person,
Well, I'm speaking in the most obvious cases, like in the Jay-Z case, the woman recanted everything she said. When the stuff got dropped, when Jay-Z put the money towards what's his name, Bisbee, whatever, and really put the wrenches on him and saying, I'm not getting extorted. I'm going to fight you to the fullest extent of the law. Well, guess what? I don't know if the girl got paid off to back off her comments, but she recanted everything. So I guess what I'm saying is, let's say it was an open and shut case, and we know without a shadow of a doubt that they lied. If they did lie, you should be held accountable for that.
They are.
And I'm not talking about a countersuit. I'm gonna try to countersuit you for defamation of character. I'm talking about some jail time.
They do, Terry. They go to jail.
Well, give me an example.
So you think I know every in the world? A person's name that has been arrested.
No, I just said give me one name. I didn't say that you know
everybody.
I don't
know your name, Terry.
Well, look, this is real talk. Whenever you come out,
that's your point. You should be looking it up.
No.
That's your point.
When we debate, Sharita, when we debate, look, that's not arguing. Me and you been getting along for look.
I knew it couldn't last.
Yeah, I knew. Look, and it's not me, Darryl. Look, I'm talking just as soft and just as nice. And she over there mean mugging me and everything. Whenever me and you go back and forth, have some facts behind your conversation.
You the one supposed to have the facts, because you the one saying that.
No, I asked you to provide one. I didn't know.
You need to provide it. You the one don't believe it.
I hadn't heard of it.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna play a audio clip, and we'll comment on what was said in this conversation.
Are you in need of a trusted notary to legalize your important documents? Look no further than Terry Williams Notary Services. Whether it's affidavits, real estate documents, business agreements, or binding marriage certificates, you sign it, he'll seal it. With a commission in the state of Tennessee, he provides reliable, accurate, and professional notary service. For fast, friendly, and professional service, contact Terry Williams Notary Services today. Call 901-503-0564 or email twilliams7296@gmail.com.
All right. Man, I love it. Every time I hear that commercial, I just love it. Absolutely love it, y'all. So please support your boy. I don't care what it is. You know, if you got a lease that needs to be signed, if you want to get a divorce, you know, I can now marry you. Tennessee is one of 5 states that can legally marry you now. So I can marry you. I mean, it can be a one-stop shop. I can come over there, and if you want to have the wedding at the house and you just need a witness or whatever, you can get shown off or Daryl, that they can witness it for you, and I can sign them papers for you for a very, very low price. We'll talk about the price later, but show your boy some love. Show your boy some love. I'm doing this thing, and
make sure you get your commission off of that, Sharita.
Exactly. I need
I'm gonna get us. Yeah, Sharita can be the flower girl. She can hold the flowers. She can hold the flowers. She can be the ring bearer. See, it's about 3 or 4 things that Sharita can do while I'm exchanging the vows between the couple.
Oh, I need 25.
We can be a one-stop shop around here. We won't need real talk no more, man. We can be a one-stop shop.
Yes, we can.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, before we go any further, Eleanor Williams, a 23-year-old woman, was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison after being found guilty of lying about being raped. You happy now?
I got to see some documentation on that. That could be AI stuff. You just spoke it to AI or something, right?
So why ask if you ain't gonna believe it?
No, I just got to see it. The people, I want the people to see it.
You got the phone right there beside you.
Daryl,
that's the reason. Since you were talking about women reporting rape, that's the number one reason they don't report it. It's because they are not believed.
Why are you twisting my words? If a woman is raped, she's supposed to go say something. I'm not denying that. You twisting my words.
The reason that they don't report it. You said,
why do they wait,
right? Or why do they not report it? And I just gave you a reason. One of them.
I just said, why now? I mean, at this very point in time, what's going to happen if you sexual with this person, 3 or 4 years, and the latest was this year in 2025. We ain't even in May yet. So it's 4 months, and you've had another sexual encounter of a man who's supposedly raping you. You know what I mean? So
do you believe that a husband can rape his wife?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. So, do you believe that if a woman is her husband and he has raped her, and she didn't leave out of fear, and out of fear she has sex with him again?
They stay together, Sharita. Not these people don't stay together.
Go on to the next thing. Cause this man crazy.
If I leave your house, man, the last place I'm gonna come back is to your house if you done rape me.
Go on to the next thing. You change it up when it don't fit you.
We're gonna run this audio clip and then we're gonna comment.
Today you're just gonna get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you.
You gonna do what?
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Dan told her she ain't had no choice.
No, you caught one little piece of. Don't you know that if you did your research, showing up that they role play, This
I knew you was gonna say that.
No, they
I
do.
knew you were gonna say that.
They role play. I mean, she wanted a leash around her neck and have
But
sex with
that's not
her.
the context of this conversation.
Okay.
That man said, if you say that again, we'll choke the shit out of you.
You did your homework. When Sharita wrong, tell her she wrong.
I ain't wrong.
I'm on Terry with this one, and the reason why I say that, it did, when you first listen to it, it do come across as if he's saying, say it again and I'm gonna do this. But then when she come back and say, I don't want to be choked, and he said, yes you do, that tell me
right,
they don't did that before.
Oh my God.
They did it. They do it.
That's something they don't did. And see, that's what I'm saying. When you recording somebody and they just talking normal to you, that's what they doing, but you ain't talking normal to them. You basically setting them up. So for her to say, I don't want to be choked, and he said, yes, you do. They're just, and to me, it sounds like that's something that they normally, or I ain't gonna say normal, but that's something that they have engaged in, and he thinks that she likes it because she probably is the one saying, choke me, baby, or whatever the case might be.
I really like how y'all turned that into that. Now, true enough, yes, they did talk about that previously before, that they do that during sex. But y'all know doggone well that's not what he was talking about. Now,
So
I'm not saying that he meant that he would literally choke the shit out of her, but he didn't mean it in a sexual way. He meant, say it again, and I'll choke the shit out of you.
Okay,
Shut you up to stop you from saying it again. That wasn't no sexual connotation. Come on now.
We don't know how their conversations go, so we can't
But we
definitively
only talking
say
about that conversation. We got to talk about the conversation we just heard.
But if we on the phone once or twice a week and we talking to each other like that, I ain't talking about he meant I'm gonna actually come as soon as, and then when you say the next time I see you, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you. First off, you ain't finna see me. You ain't even finna see me. If you gonna say something like that, you not even gonna see me. That's the first thing. But for her to come back and say in the meek way that she said it, but I don't want to be choked. That's the part that I'm like, okay, she too calm saying that.
And not only that, listen to his response. Listen to his response. He even toned it down a little. Yes, you do. He went from a high pitch at the beginning of the conversation to, yes, you do. Play it again. I mean, you can hear. He starts off, okay, I know. I just want to make sure somebody else heard. I mean,
I heard it. I heard it. I'm not saying, but just like y'all said, y'all went back to they choke each other with collars, but we can't go back to that because that's not what they were talking about. You have to take into context the conversation that you just heard. You cannot say, oh, they did it before. Oh, because that's not what they were talking about. And that's why I say he put himself in a situation. Why are you freely having this damn conversation with this little girl and you don't think she's recording you? How dumb are you, 56 or 16?
But see, that's what I'm saying. At the same time, if that's just how we talk, that's just how we talk. Like he basically saying you being this and you being that. So I'm saying the stuff that's gonna get
that
you.
Y'all normally say.
I'm sure they don't have that conversation.
Yes.
If you look at some of the other text messages, what he claimed that she had been sending to him, she was the one asking for all this stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little freakiness. Ain't nothing wrong with a little talking bad to you and doing a little light choking and all that. I mean, come on now.
This is my thing, though. You are Shannon Sharpe.
Oh, we ain't say he the smartest person in the world. We just say
you are Shannon Sharpe, and you are talking to this little girl over the phone, and you don't have the smallest inkling that I may be being recorded. Hell, I rarely talk. And I ain't got a crying dime for you. But I rarely talk on that phone and don't think somebody record me. You ask me too many questions. I'm sorry, I'm shut up.
I don't care if you record me, because what I say I mean, and what I mean I say. So I could care less if you record me.
Terry.
She also recorded. She also invited him over and recorded him having sex with her.
No. The initial time, he was recording her without her consent. The initial time they had sex. Go back and find it now.
No, I'm saying this last incident, she recorded him and then took that to the lawyer.
Yeah, but she only played a snippet. Like, if you look at what Michelle said, Shannon wants them to play the entire conversation, not just the 30 seconds that made him look bad. That is exactly right. Play the whole conversation.
No. It wasn't the conversation. It was the video. He said, I know they're going to release a 30-second video soon. He said, but don't play the 30 seconds. Play the whole 10 minutes without editing. And I agree. Play the whole 10 minutes.
Well,
don't try to set me up.
You're gonna lose your case then. Everything that you're saying about that, you lost your case. That whole 10 minutes.
Case. I'm not saying you keep trying to say I'm taking up for this girl. I'm not taking up for her.
Say something good about Shannon Sharpe. Say something good about Shannon Sharpe.
If you can't comprehend, I'm not gonna keep trying to make you comprehend.
Well, say something good about Shannon.
Do with me.
It's been 41 minutes. It's been 41 minutes and 17 seconds, and you have not said one good thing about that man on this show.
Look, you just can't comprehend well. We're gonna leave it at that.
It actually ain't nothing good that you can say about either one of them, in my opinion, because I feel like when she found out who he was, she saw that as a come up. He just being a regular 54-year-old man that saw a young woman and shot his shot and kept shooting it until she agreed. So whatever happened, it was destined to happen anyway. It's almost similar to what we was talking about when we had the Travis Hunter situation. When we was talking about the girl didn't know who he was at first, and once she found out, now she was willing to give him a chance. So this probably the same thing, but her thing was, and we talked about this. Are we in a relationship, or are we just doing relationship things? Because from what she trying to say, we was in a relationship. What he's saying is we in a situationship. We having sex, but we not really in a relationship, because she got upset when the Instagram live audio came out where he accidentally recorded himself. That's when she got mad and was like, I thought we was exclusive and all of that.
Okay, so that was somebody totally different.
Yeah, it was somebody totally different.
Okay. That's the other person that's suing him.
So see, she probably embarrassed because it got out, but didn't nobody know who she was. But hey, if you and if it really was an accident, what's she trying to sue him for? What is he suing her for? Because you leaked it out.
Cocky Shannon Sharpe.
So are any pictures of her floating out there on social media? Is she still a Jane Doe behind the scenes?
No.
I hadn't seen a picture of her.
She's the typical white girl. Typical white girl.
You got a picture?
Yeah, I'm trying to it's still loading. Let's see.
And she's how old now?
22.
Okay. So this started at the age of 19. So they've been together 3 years.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And 2 alleged rapes.
Well, I don't know, because they said a 2-year relationship, so I don't know. And allegedly one rape happened in
Can you see it?
Yeah, I just had to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Okay.
one happened in October of 2024, and the second one happened in January of this year.
So she's got 500,000 followers on Instagram. Oh, as of Tuesday. Okay. So
On
her page.
OnlyFans. She already had those followers on OnlyFans.
Oh, so she's on OnlyFans, huh?
Yes.
Look at him.
Oh, okay.
You finna go check her out now, ain't it, Tier?
No. That sort of helps me solidify my that this is a money grab. This is a money grab.
I don't want to say that based on OnlyFans.
No.
It's a lot of
A lot of people on OnlyFans.
Well, a lot of people, but I'm talking about what I'm seeing right there. What's she on OnlyFans doing?
Why don't you go see? Pay the $12.99 and go see.
No, I don't do that.
Look,
I watch the missus for free over here.
I'm curious, but
it ain't free.
Yeah,
it's free.
Yeah. That'll be free with your wife.
Yeah, that'll be.
So we heard the audio. We kind of conflicted about what it means or the what we really got from it. But let's take a listen to his apology. Not apology, to his response, to the leaked audio. Now, and before we go to that, now correct me if I'm wrong, Busby and her asked for a settlement ahead of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he agreed. I know I got a number saying 10 million. I don't know how true that is. If it was 10 million and she turned that down, that she greedy. No. I don't think it was 10 million. I
don't think it was 10 million.
Well, why would he agree?
Because because for one, you dealing with the leaked Instagram audio. You work for Disney, you work for ESPN, so you would, if it's an amount that you okay with, you will agree to it just to sweep it under the table.
That's what rich folks do.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, I'd rather give you $1 million just to sweep it under the table, so it never come to light. And if it do come to light, then you owe me that $1 million back, and I can take you to court for it.
Well, he deserved everything. I mean, everything that's happened to him. I mean, he that's just stupid.
$5 million. Okay, Latonya, thank you.
So that's still a lot of money for an OnlyFans person. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you got somebody in your ear saying, "Nah, we're gonna hold out for 50 million." Maybe if we hold out for 50, we'll settle for 25. That's how people think. So, I mean, greed gets every time.
Because he got $100 million deal somewhere on the table. So the biggest question, I ain't gonna say the biggest question, but what I want to know now is how is that is going to affect his marketing going forward?
It's going to affect it either way. It's affected now.
Yeah.
It's affected. How he bounced back, because now they're gonna hold it over his head like, hey, we was gonna give you that 100 million, but because we got these 2 allegations, we still want to mess with you, but we'll give you 60 million. Right. So he yeah.
I mean, it'll affect him. I know a little bit monetary, but I'm talking about to the point where it'll destroy what he's had going on in his career. Would it stop the podcast show, and would he lose his job on with Disney? I'm talking about would he ever get that deep where with this situation?
The thing with ESPN, they try to be a squeaky clean company, so it's possible. I think the club Shay Shay, I think that's something that he is production. I think that's something that like his production crew or something. So he wouldn't have to worry about that because that's his own. You ain't gonna shut your own self down. But as far as ESPN and the Walt Disney Company, you never know.
Wait a minute, I just saw something. It says that $100 million deal would encompass all shows on the Shay Shay network, not just Sharps. That currently includes Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Club 520 Podcast, the Bubba Dub show, and Humble Baddies, whatever that is. So hey, ain't no telling what this gonna do to him.
Well, he don't have anybody but himself to blame for that. But like I said, even with 5 or 10 million, I mean, you got to tell us it's a shakedown, because if I can get you found guilty of alleged rape and then get 5 million out the process, you know, to me that's a clear win-win. But to just stay in it to try to get 50 million, that's sort of like, what's the TV game show that you already have some money in your hand and you said, no, I'm gonna try to get more with the suitcases.
Deal or no deal?
Yeah, deal or no deal. Sort of like, you got a chance. You got this $10,000. No, man, I want that $1 million briefcase.
Well, don't forget now. She 22, dealing with a seasoned veteran lawyer.
Yeah.
You know, she probably went to him to get the 5 million, and
he said,
"We can get you more."
We can get more.
So you have to. That's where the immature mind comes in. But my whole thing is, why did she record them having sex and then come back and display that to the lawyer? That's kind of slim shady. That don't seem like it doesn't seem like no revenge,
right?
Porn type of thing.
I don't doubt Busby might be in on it with her.
Allegedly, we don't know that. So
allegedly.
Hey, you never know.
But allegedly.
But how can somebody videotape you having sex and you not know it?
Man,
oh my God, Terry, have you been living under a rock?
Man, they got spy cameras, man. They got
so she's planning stuff at his house, is what you're saying?
No, it was at her house. It was at her house. That's what he said. That's why he said he think it was a setup, because she invited him to her house. So you can have a plant on the dresser and have a little small camera right there recording.
But that's just like when she initially went to his house. He was recording her without her knowledge.
Wrong again. See, both of them wrong.
Exactly. And they
both of them wrong.
Both of them was wrong.
And then allegedly you recorded her without her consent, and then you showing everybody.
Yeah.
So she gonna get some money. So she gonna get some money both ways, because they said her page just went up to 500,000 followers. That's some money.
She already had that.
Well, I'm just going by what the thing just said. It said that as of right now, she's up to 500,000 followers. After all the stuff was going on, so she couldn't have been all the way up there at first.
She'll be at 1 million before you know it. But let's take a look at Shannon's apology, and let's try to break that down.
Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself, because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by also known as on OnlyFans. Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Y'all caught that? He said it's real talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's real talk.
Thanks for the shout out.
Thanks. Exactly. Okay. What's your outcome of that, Sarita? What you think about that response that he made?
I think whoever wrote it, it was absolutely great. because I like how he threw out there that she was on OnlyFans. That wasn't by mistake. She was on OnlyFans because it paints her, like Terry said, it paints her, you know, in a negative light by saying that she was on OnlyFans, which means, like he said, it was a money grab. So yeah, I think, yeah, whatever lawyer or AI wrote that for him, they did a good job.
We ain't gonna knock AI on that then. It can be helpful. Terry, T-Will, rather.
Very believable. And I know people can be actors and it come across that he seemed genuine to me. I don't have a dog in the fight, and if I felt like that I saw something, you know, a flaw in what he said, you know, I would say it. He looked like he was actually serious, and like I said, you know what, I would have gave a little bit of consideration to her if Tony Busby wasn't involved. I'm telling you, man, that guy, he prays, he does it. That's his MO. If it would have been any other lawyer beside him, she probably would have got a few more points from me, and all that. Like I said, you know, and I'm gonna say this to the end: it's a shakedown. That's all it is. But Shannon is responsible for this potential shakedown, because Sharita said, you know, he didn't have to engage it. You know, he put himself in this situation, so you can't feel sorry for him. He put himself in this situation.
I mean, at some point, if you're if this is something, a pattern for you, and you keep getting into these situations, at some point you got to say, oh, okay, I need to cut this out. You know, I need to give me a regular woman in her hopefully 30s, not 20s, since you want a young woman, and sit down somewhere. You know, it don't make no sense. But you know, that's men and women who got money. They feel like, hey, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. If a child is what they like, then a child they shall have.
Terry, I'm finna pull a shack on Sharita. It's it's 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, back to 1.
Wow. Man, y'all crazy.
I had to do it.
I already know.
Leave me alone.
But no, both of y'all made great points. I think he said what he had to say. I think I mean, you know, when you're dealing with a court case that's upcoming or whatever, or trial, civil trial, whatever it is, there's certain things you can and can't say. I think he said everything that he needed to say to get as much information out there as he possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems so damaging to her when you think about a video and you know, like if in fact it is edited down just to show the, you know, because it could have been, I'm thinking it's probably going to be the part where they were choking or whatever. Exactly. And if you didn't know the whole context of it and you just saw it, you would think, damn, he you know, he abusing her. So
exactly.
So I think he, you know, my thing is just go on here. Let's put the whole video out. Let's put it out there so we can see what's going on.
But he jumped ahead of that, saying that in his thing, and I'm glad he did. He's saying, you know, it's going to be a 30-second clip come out there, but it's 10 minutes long. So he's putting it out there in the public, let you know that you're going to see a clip, but it's not the entire clip. So you don't, you know, pass judgment on a edited video. So I'm glad he did put that out there.
Terry, 10 minutes long enough for you?
No, man. Shit, I just getting started. 10 minutes, man. I'm talking about, I still got it now. I still got it.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, but they said that they offered to let him see it in their office and he declined. But Shannon Sharpe's lawyer said that wasn't true.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, again, we don't know the facts of the case. We don't know all the facts of the case. We're just pretty much giving our opinion on, you know, my thing is you have to be careful when you out here especially when you're an older person. When you're an older person, you should know better. You shouldn't get caught up, you know. And I'm not knocking him. From the picture you put up, Sharita, she ain't ugly, but she ain't nothing I'm gonna be pursuing either. So maybe I need to see some gym photos or something like that. Maybe she's looking a little better or whatever. But Shannon has just got to be. He's got to. I mean, you just got to be more responsible and more accountable for your actions. And it's shocking to me because he always seemed to say the right thing when he on TV.
Yeah, I guess Sharita just pulled a rod, huh?
She pulled a Shaq. Shaq did that last night. He just got up and walked off the set.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had to go to the
inside the NBA. Oh,
yeah,
did he?
Yeah, he got up. He said he had to go. They say he been drinking olive oil or something.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but you know, and not all the blame on her, not all the blame on him. It's somewhere in the middle where you have to place some of the blame. And I would hope that it wasn't a situation where he actually raped this young woman. You know, that's why that when you start that role play where you're, you know, because when you role playing, you playing that role. So those are situations when they are saying no, you thinking they just playing the role, and you know, is it really a no? Is it, you know, what do you really mean? So it can get confused. I don't even like to go there. I'm good with the regular.
I know a person who is in prison right now and has been for some time for choking. They were having sex, and there's something that they normally did. And that she did. Now, according to, because this person is in jail, they're saying he's using it like kind of with this, like, no, that's what we do. I didn't just choke her and kill her. We were having sex and I choked her and she accidentally died. So yeah, I don't blame. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Man, the police don't want to hear that, right? You said you choke that, right? That, oh, we just do that all the time. We choke each other, but I just must have choked her too hard and she died. Man, you going to jail. That's why I said don't even, huh?
That could happen.
I didn't say it could. I didn't say it couldn't happen. I said the police believe in you that you. That's what I'm saying. It could actually happen, but you can't use that excuse to tell the police, "Oh, yeah, we do that all the time."
If that's what happened, Terry,
is your friend still there in jail?
Terry,
did it work for him?
We ain't talking about this. See, once again, you don't know how to stay on track.
No,
I said here that if that could happen, if you're really doing it right, you're supposed to choke till you pass out. It ain't just choking and we no, it's you choking and passing out for the people who are really into it.
How you know if you pass out? You act like you know about that, don't you?
You don't.
No, I just asked you.
I had a female. She told me, "Do it until her eyes roll back."
No.
I'm trying to tell
you.
I ain't boo-boo the fool. Turned off. When I tell you that turn, I was like, "What? Do it till your eyes roll back."
Absolutely not.
They want you to pass. They want to pass out. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's just too much. That's too much.
No.
Yeah, but another case that we're gonna have to wait and see what happens.
Yep.
We'll have to wait and see if all the information gonna come out. You know, if what she's claiming is true, then well, let me ask you this. So let's say they go through with it and she wins the case or whatever. He just got to pay her the money, or how does that work? What goes on?
You always get to appeal, so it could go to appeal, or before the case is over, they can still offer a settlement.
Hey,
So what I think is gonna happen, I think another settlement gonna get offered.
nephew, I like that. That's a good plug in for me. That's a good plug. Hey, boy, but you right on time with that. That's a good plug in. Yeah, I sure would notarize.
But from what I read earlier today, he did ask her to
He
sign
did.
an NDA.
And when she didn't sign it, he should have went on about his business.
Well, she should look. When he even presented it to her, she should have been like, "Nah, what you planning on doing, or why you want me to sign this?" So I don't know. That's one of them ones that can go either way too. But I don't.
Rich folk problem.
Yeah, that's them rich folks' problem. And I understand that like when you say NDA, like if you say NDA, because I know they do it when you go to parties and stuff like that. But when you talking about talking about getting to know each other and this and that, that's a red flag for me.
No, it's actually the norm. Just what I'm saying. I'm Shannon Sharpe and I want to date somebody, just a regular person, not a person in the industry, you doggone, I'm gonna get you to sign an NDA. That ain't about what I'm gonna do to you. It's about what you better not say once we you can't be caught on the phone. Oh, we at the whatever the places they go, and oh, we doing this and doing that. You can't do all that. Nope. It's go to the house, come back.
Well, yeah, I mean, times have a changed, boy. Times have a changed.
Yeah.
I just, and I'm still, regardless of how it turns out, I'm shocked. I'm a little bit disappointed in Shannon Sharpe because I thought he was a little bit smarter than that to even get caught up in the situation point blank, because he always talking about my grandmother used to always tell me, or my grandfather used to always tell me. So you just never would expect him to get caught up in something like that.
And he the hottest thing going in the podcast world, so he's got a lot to lose, so he should have thought that out a little bit better.
And he has 3 daughters, 3 adult daughters. The youngest is 31. Why are you with a 19-year-old?
Yeah, that's
I'll never understand. Can y'all help me?
He must got a set of twins too.
Why is it?
Because some other 2 daughters that he got is the same age and their names are very, very similar. So I was assuming he got a set of twins.
He could have had 2 kids by 2 different women in 1 year.
Yeah.
They're not twins.
All right, we're at 8:07. We're gonna go to another quick commercial break.
Man, we ain't even did we run the number? We done talked our head off, forgot to put the number up for the folks to call in.
Well, we can still do that. We can still do that. But let's take care of our home girl, Tanya Covington, and then we come back. We'll open up the phone. No, we'll come back with some show enough news.
Okay.
Then we'll open the phone. You ain't got none?
Okay, yeah. I got you. Come on.
Oh Lord.
I got you.
When it comes to buying or selling real estate, the right agent can make all the difference. Choosing the right partner means less stress, smarter decisions, and a better outcome. Here are 5 reasons why Tanya is a professional you can trust to guide you through your real estate journey. Local expertise you can count on. Personalized approach, proven track record of success, cutting-edge marketing strategies, and dedicated support every step of the way. Real estate transactions can be complex, but she is here to guide you through every detail, from the first consultation to the closing table. Tanya can provide clear communication, expert advice, and unwavering support to ensure your success. Ready to take the next step? Let's make that real estate goal a reality. Call her today at 901-870-5337 to schedule a consultation.
Tanya Covington, that's the home girl.
That's the home girl.
Numbers Autumn. She's licensed in the state of Tennessee and Mississippi. She can help you with the process from beginning to the end and does it all with a smile on her face. Give her a call at area code 901-870-5337. Again, Tanya Covington, licensed in 2 states of Tennessee and Mississippi. You can give her a call at 901-870-5337.
Call her up.
Now call us up if you got something to say about Shannon Sharpe.
Call her, Tanya. Give us some of that info, that good info you got. The number is 214-5848. Call us.
You know what? Stuff. Never mind. I was thinking about. No, I was just thinking about how stuff be happening sometimes, and you know, sometimes you ain't. We just don't be prepared for it, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. What is it about though? I guess because I'm not a man, an old man, that I don't understand why. Yes, I do. I do understand because I've been on the other side of it. So I do understand. It's about control and manipulation.
I don't even think it's that.
What you
That's
think?
part of it. That's part of it. That's
definitely part of it.
That's part of it. But just, I mean, come on now.
You don't want to lose your it, man. It's sort of like the Stella got her groove back, except the man is the Stella.
No, that ain't how that went.
Y'all ain't had no problem. Y'all ain't had no problem when Stella was messing with that young boy.
Jesus Christ. This is a
totally different now what's the difference in the situation when Stella was messing with the young guy over there on the island? Ain't nobody got nothing to say about that. Oh man, I'm Stella. I'm gonna get my groove back. Y'all had all kind of parties, but when the man is in that situation, he's a pedophile or he messed with somebody young. But what about Stella, y'all? What about Stella?
I don't think
it's not the same.
Some like to still feel youthful. That might have something to do with it too. But I just think it's let's just call it what it is. Shit, that 19-year-old body better than that.
How old was Stella? How old was Stella when she got her groove back?
It ain't that serious, is it?
Yeah, I want to find out. I want to see how old Stella was.
She had to be in her 40s.
She was in her 40s, and he was 21.
So that ain't.
It's totally different. It's not the same.
It ain't. Man. 40 and 20. It ain't.
How come that's a come on, man.
I'm saying it's not the same situation. I'm not saying
she should be looking at that young boy. His brain don't develop till 25.
He got
I said she was wrong too.
Okay.
Are you happy now?
Because they always say women develop quicker than the boys do. So if a woman don't develop her brain to 25, it takes him about 30 years old to get his brain developed.
Well, I was watching something. I was watching something on the internet, and this older black woman, she disputed that. She said these women brain don't mature faster. Y'all telling lies.
That's a lie. That's that lie. Old men will tell you mature for your age, girl.
That's just to get you. They gonna tell you that. They gonna say what they gotta say.
I believe it derived from that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we need some news. You got some show enough news for us today?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay. Well, we finna let's run show news.
You're locked in to Show Enough News. The real, the raw, the rundown. Fast facts, bold takes, no fluff. Let's get it.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Show News. I just got a couple of things I want to discuss with y'all. Number one, state takeover of Memphis Shelby County schools. Yep. I don't know. It looks like that's what it's moving towards. The Tennessee legislature has passed bills enabling state intervention in the Memphis Shelby County schools, citing persistent academic underperformance and leadership instability. The legislation allows for the creation of a state-appointed advisory board with authority to oversee the district, recommend the removal of superintendents and board members, and convert schools as necessary. This move follows the recent firings of Superintendent Marie Fagans and aims to address long-standing educational challenges in the district. So, you know, that what they say, FAFO, yeah, they finna find out. All that mess that they did trying to get rid of Dr. Fagans is finna blow up in their faces. We did not need for the state to take over. They've been trying to get Memphis and Shelby County schools for the longest, and looks like they may do it. Now, in other news, I don't know, y'all. This one right here scares me for a lot of people. Resumption of student loan collections and garnishments. You hear me? Garnishments. Whew. The U.S. Department of Education announced that starting May 5th, 2025, it will resume collections on defaulted federal student loans, ending a pause that began in March 2020 due to COVID-19 pandemic. Approximately 5.3 million borrowers in default may face involuntary collections through the Treasury Offset Program. That's your income tax, which can garnish federal and state payments such as tax refunds and Social Security benefits. Wage garnishments are set to begin later this summer for those who remain non-compliant. Yeah, borrowers are encouraged to contact the default resolution group to explore repayment options and avoid penalties. Y'all, this could put a lot of people on the street. This could put a lot of people on their feet. This could put a lot of people in the poorhouse. Because when they garnish, they ain't taking $30, $40. They ain't taking $100. Sometimes they take up to 40 to 50% of your pay. That's going to hurt a lot of people, y'all. So I'm not ready to start growing my stuff, growing my food, because I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. If they start garnishing paychecks, I don't know what else going to do. But that's what I got for Show Enough News. Back to the guys.
If you want to know what's Show Enough, that's a wrap, y'all, where the truth talks and the fluff walks. Catch you next time. Show Enough.
On that school board or state taking over thing, I was looking at something today, and the guy was saying, who are the people who are supposed to oversee, as they say, the basically oversee the current school board members, right? Is that okay? So who is supposed to be those people?
They're going to be nominated. It's going to be a total of 9. 2 are voted on by the House, 2 voted by the Senate, I think 3 by the governor, whatever, and there's somebody else that totals up to that 9. So they'll be appointed by multiple people through the House, through the Senate, and through the governor.
Okay, because it was to my understanding when they asked the representative from Memphis, he said that they already had the candidates here in Memphis.
I'm sure they do.
And the question was asked, okay, well, if you already have them here in Memphis, why aren't they on the school board now running the school board? So just food for thought.
Yeah.
It's
good stuff. Good stuff.
I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it looks like it's going to that. And just like always, people just going to have to adjust and make the best of it. That's all I can say.
I don't see how with them.
Yeah, it's gonna be I don't know. I
It's gonna be some addictions.
I
It's gonna
always
be
think it's an underlying thing behind stuff when it happened like that.
of course the rich getting richer. The
Mhm.
wealthy getting wealthier.
Supposed to be about the kids getting smarter.
There we go. I guess it's
Well,
my cue.
that has never ever been what they cared about. It has never been that. It's always been about money.
All right. Looks like he's trying to give me the cue. For those that have not subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell. And when you hit that bell, select all, and you will get notified for all of our platforms for In the Clutch Sports Podcast and more. You'll get everything. And also, if you look right below showing up, you got that QR code. If you got your phone handy, put it up there. You can scan it. It'll take you right to the site, and it will allow you to like, share, and subscribe. We ask everybody if you could, share our shows out, before, during, afterwards, or anything like that. And as always, tell 5 friends to tell 5 friends to let us know that we on the air. We're trying to keep this thing going. We're trying to build this fan base. So if you could actually do that, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated.
Some of these people in these comments, I need some explanation sometime, but I'm gonna leave it alone today. I ain't gonna.
Michelle been here the whole time. She could have called in and gave her, her 2 cents on it. You got Benita out there. You got you got nephew out there. See, nephew? Take a picture with your shirt so we can show you next week. Pat did what she's supposed to do. Pat always, she's like clockwork. She don't lie. She just, I love that. I asked her to provide an assignment for this week, and she came through. As always.
Put Michelle McCrae's comment up, please.
814.
He might have wanted something that didn't feel so loose on the inside. He may feel like she hadn't been with many men yet.
Okay.
I have a counter for that.
I can see that. I have a
counter for that, though, Michelle. Maybe he needed to get someone like that because he is small in stature. And that's all they could make him feel like he doing something. Maybe that is why they choose some of them like that too. The reason you can't feel nothing with a regular woman because you ain't got nothing to feel.
Well, it's different. It's different when they don't have 3-4 babies now. So come on now, let's keep it for real.
You can have 3-4 babies and have a C-section and a baby not have ever come through your vagina.
I'm gonna tell you like you tell me. You ain't a man, so you don't know.
But I am a woman who has only had C-section, so ain't no baby traveled through my vaginal canal. So I know that.
Don't you say nothing.
I ain't finna say a word. I'm not finna say a word because I sure was finna say something. I sure was finna say something. I ain't gonna say a word.
We finna end the show on a good note. Don't say it.
On a good note. I've been good.
It called Red Snapper for a reason.
So now, see, Sharita, you don't do Terry like this.
No, she trying. That's why I said, no.
Terry ain't got nothing to do with this. He'll never know what the snapper like ever in life.
Listen to Michelle.
Yeah, tell her be quiet, Rita. Yeah.
True. That's the truth.
All right, so loose as a goose. Oh Lord.
Boy, I tell you, we see.
We're gonna learn.
We just spilled over to matters of the heart, ain't we?
Mine, what? Oh yeah, don't jump over to that.
Oh Jesus.
But honestly, an older man see a younger woman. nothing against my beautiful women that's in this 50 year old age range, because that's where I'm at. I love you. I love you. I love you. I just love you. It's something about the younger body though. I'm telling you now. Everything
We feel the same way.
exactly. I mean, exactly. I can understand that when you see, okay, just like in that scenario, he older, but he still buffed. He still got the six packs
Right.
and all of that. So I get it. You know, even if the roles were reversed, if she was older and he was younger, I get it. It's just if you can pull it, then by all means pull it.
Right.
And I will have next week. I will tell you. AI wasn't working yet, so I will tell you what Stella's age was next week, and then I'm gonna research the boy. What's the boy name?
Who?
The one she be having sex with.
Talking about Stella?
Yeah.
Man, Stella got her groove back. That's all I know. I don't know no character.
Yeah, but y'all women out there, y'all women out there. What was the guy name on Stella that she was messing with?
That she married? Talking about the young man that she married?
I'm talking about, the young man she had sex with.
That she married.
I don't care if she married. I'm not care about if she married. I'm talking about before she got married, she had sex with this young man. Okay. I know he wasn't no more than 20 years old. What was his name on the show?
He was 21.
See, don't throw the marriage in there, because then we'll.
Yeah, I know it was Tay Diggs, but I'm talking about what was his name on what was his name in the movie? I want to call his name. Y'all got me mixed up.
AI. We talk about it, but we sure use it.
Right.
What's the man name in Stella got her groove back that she messed around with that young man? Winston. His name was Winston.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Winston Shakespeare. He's a 20-year-old from Jamaica, while Stella was 40-year-old stockbroker for U.S. So she did the same thing as what Shannon Sharpe doing right now, but nobody cares to talk about
that movie. That was the movie.
Hey, they shouldn't even made. They shouldn't even made no
real life. You know what happened in real life.
They should have made no movie like that, because
but you know it happened in real life.
That Jamaican boy brain don't start developing until he's 26 years old.
Do know this
and that's what Show Enough said. And that's what Show Enough said.
Do you know this happened in real life?
Look at Michelle busting her down. Wait, Michelle, you own something today, ain't you? Busting her down, loose stuff. And what's wrong with you today? What's wrong with you?
Stella didn't want no 40-year-old man. They got a pack. Wait a minute, let me be quiet.
Well, that's what
this is a nice show.
That's what Tracy Ellis Ross been saying. She don't want no old man her age. She want a young dude. So that's what I'm saying. But like Terry said,
want no 19-year-old though.
Do as I say, not as I do. So it ain't no problem. It ain't no problem when I do it, but it's a problem when you do it.
And she don't want no 19-year-old.
She would. I would be interested to know if she would. I ain't gonna say she would. I would be interested to know if she would. That would be very interesting to me. But
how about this though? If she did, no one would know. No one would know. Unlike Shannon Sharpe.
Until he do a money grab,
he wouldn't do it. Women control. No.
Tell Mary J. Blige that.
It's them little white. That was a grown man. She took her money.
Exactly. She got money grabbed, so it happens.
That's a grown man.
Look at Michelle. Michelle said, "When does Matters of the Heart start?" I guess we'll do that next week.
We got you next week, girl.
Give us a topic.
You got a topic you want to talk about? Shoot Daryl showing up a topic, and we'll talk about it. We'll dress up next week, and we'll put our Matters of the Heart stuff on, and we'll play Daryl's intro with his voice, and we'll be ready to go next week.
We'll look. You can get on the show. They don't do that.
We'll send you the link, girl.
She ain't gonna do nothing.
They don't do that.
No. Good stuff, y'all.
Good stuff. Hour and a half. We're gonna end on time today. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. We'll be back next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel, 7 p.m. Central Time. We appreciate you all. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend to tell 5 more friends. Subscribe to the station. I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all got anything?
I ain't got nothing to say, man. I'm trying to get a episode of Lost in before I go to bed.
Hold on. Somebody asked for the email. I got to give it to them.
And Terry, do you remember that in real life, the husband turned out to be gay? It was a money grab all the time.
Who?
Stella.
Man, see, we talking apples and oranges. You keep talking about what the man was gay. I'm talking about her messing with a 20-year-old man. Don't change the topic of the subject.
I ain't changing nothing.
She messed with a 20-year-old young man. You always try to change the narrative.
I didn't change the narrative. I just
Who
told
cares
you.
who cares about a husband gay?
I told you the real life.
Who
Don't
cares?
Don't be mad because you can't comprehend well that you don't
no.
understand how we can talk about 5 things at the same time.
No, I'm sick of this double
can't
standard.
You can't stay on task for one thing.
I'm sick of the double standard.
Ain't no double standard.
It is a double standard.
No, it ain't.
And we'll pick up right here next week.
Y'all take care.